This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by Davies here in Birmingham. Liam, nice local one for us today. How are you feeling?
Yeah, very good. And like you said, it's only down the road from me, so better than travelling them couple hours to London. They do my nutting.
Liam, on that note, obviously we've seen since you've been with Frank Warren, he's very much so pushed you around the local area, obviously Telford, Birmingham. How important do you feel that's been for yourself and your own development, and obviously continuing to grow your fan base around the Midlands?
Yeah, it's good. I wouldn't say more into going around because the ring's all the same to me, no matter where you are. But experience and memories in it, because you've been to Telford, we've got memories there, we've got memories from Birmingham, Manchester. So I think in time it's something you look back on and appreciate in time. But at the minute, it's go wherever to fight.
Obviously, we know about Telford Arena. It gets rocking when you're fighting, Liam. But given kind of the development in your career, how quickly you're starting to kind of push on now, do you feel like that chapter in your career is somewhat closed, or could you see yourself returning there one day?
Yeah, no, I'd like to go back to Telford one day for sure. It's one of them. I think we could win a big title like I plan on doing, and then go back there maybe in time. But at the minute, it's not looking anytime soon.
Obviously, just looking towards what's next, obviously we've got Shabaz Masoud lined up. A bit of a grudge match now. Would you say that's fair to say?
Yeah, we're both on a mission, aren't we? So it's competition, isn't it? And he's competitive, and you know damn right I am as well. So it's one of them that we've seemed to clash, and it's made it more exciting, definitely, for the 2nd of November. And we're not far away now, so I look forward to it.
Saw a very heated debate between the pair of you ringside last time out when Shabaz fought, obviously. That was when you two were meant to originally face each other. What was said in that altercation, and do you still have kind of ill feelings lingering towards him?
Nah, no. I never really had anything. I think it's everyone else getting involved. When you got like 50, 60 people shouting at you, raised my blood. I got mad, do you know what I mean? But I look back and quite cringed at the way I was, but I lost my head, and I'm looking to be a better person and present myself better. So, yeah, it's live and learn, don't you? But definitely there's needle there, isn't there? We're both hungry to win. We're both going to turn up and give it everything. And, yeah, there's a few bad words said. Nothing needed to be repeated, really. I can't even remember. Knowing you're mad, you're just in a mist of red. But I watched it back and I was a bit like, fucking hell, Liam, why? But it is what it is. And November the 2nd, we get to settle it, don't we?
What did you rather make of his performance on that night, and what have you made of his career so far?
Yeah, he's unbeaten, isn't he? He's beat everyone in front of him, so I give him his respect for that. I don't think he's fought anyone like me yet, and I feel like I have fought styles like his, so I give myself the edge. I'm sure he's seeing things and talking himself into giving himself the edge, so it's one of them, innit? We just got to see on the night. I think it's a massive fight, we're headlining, and I'm really, really looking forward to it. And the winner goes on to major things, don't they? So it's an important fight.
You mentioned you don't think, and I think most people would agree, that he hasn't maybe faced somebody with a style like yourselves. And when people look at his fight, they'll see it as maybe a bit more of like the brawler, the aggressive fighter in yourself, as more of kind of the technical boxer, if you will. But when he does feel the full force of Liam Davies, when you are kind of closing the ring off, you're being aggressive, how do you think he's going to cope? What do you think's going to be going through his mind when you are pressuring him in that fight?
I think I got the power to hit anyone and make them forget their names, you know what I mean, in this weight. I think I've shown it time and time again, but it's like you knock a few people out and people think that you ain't a boxer, you're just a puncher. I've shown before I outboxed Mark Leach, who's one of the best boxers to come through at the time. So I'm looking forward to showing a bit of everything. That's what I'm coming to do, and like I say, I've got to win by any means necessary, but knockout's always the one we're looking for.
Do you feel like a knockout is the most likely outcome come the 2nd of November?
Yeah, I'd be disappointed with anything less.
And just looking towards the future, I know it's one fight at a time and you don't want to look too far into what could be lined up, but I know there's a lot of talk and Frank's determined to try and land you that world title shot. Is that the promise, basically, get through November 2nd and the world title shot awaits?
Yeah, I always say that sort of thing's out of my hands, innit? But after this fight, unless the Inoue's there, maybe move up and move on, because I've done everything at this weight and chase world titles at the weight above. So It's all on November the 2nd, but yeah, definitely. I want to become a 2 weight world champion, so moving up is definitely an option for me.
I'm going to ask you, Liam, on that Naoya Inoue front. I know Dev Sani's a big advocate for you whenever he mentions yourself in Inoue, but it's a tough ask, and it's one which you would go in as quite a big underdog. What gives you the confidence that you can kind of cause that upset, prove us that it was wrong?
Yeah, I just feel, like I said before, I feel like I got the power to knock anyone out in this division, and I'd definitely be up against it. He's the best, but I've done this since knee high. So what's the point of me being in the sport unless I don't want to be the best? To be the best, he's the man to beat. So I just love my shot, and of course I'd go in there not to go the distance. I'd go in for a good punch up, and I think it'd be very entertaining, and one of us would go for sure.
I mean, that's an entertaining fight in itself, but a lot of risk involved in that if obviously you just stand there and trade off with Naoya Inoue.
Yeah, of course. Just as much risk for him, I believe. So it's one of them fights, isn't it, where everyone would put me a big underdog, and I can accept that and I understand it, and it's not something that phases me. It's just I want to be the best. He's the best, and I have visions. Yeah, imagine I beat him. I'm the fucking man then, ain't I? And that's what I want to be. I want to be the best. Done it all my life. And Inoue is the one fight I can do it with. So yeah, I would love that fight. If it's going to happen, I don't know. It's out of my hands. But if the offer comes, 100%, you'll see me in Japan, Telford, wherever.
I am also going to ask as well then, Liam, obviously with his most recent fights, 2 fights ago he was dropped by Luis Neri. The most recent fight, some people question against TJ Doheny, was he a bit more conservative because of what happened the fight before? Did you study those fights, and did you feel like both of those points were kind of fair? Obviously we saw him was dropped, so he can be hurt, and obviously did you see a more reserved Naoya Inoue versus TJ Doheny?
I'm not too sure. I think with the Neri one, he got overconfident and he's positioned wrong after shots, which we all can be guilty for when you're too comfortable. So I think it wasn't a massive shot, but then I look at it like I believe I'm a bigger puncher than Neri and a better finisher, where he let him off the hook and missed a lot after. So he's the best, man. I got nothing to say about he's the best. I'm going to give it his credit because he is, and I just love the fight one day.
On the domestic scene, I know Dennis McCann's been mentioned on a few occasions, but do you feel like you're past that? Do you feel like there's kind of some way between the pair of you?
Nah, I still think that fight could happen, yeah, definitely. Would you tune into that fight?
Oh, 100%.
That's what I mean, that's what it's about, getting people interested and tuning in. I see that as a big fight, and yeah, I'm hoping it will happen down the line.
How close do you think that one would be then? Again, like I mentioned, you're looking towards those world titles, but then he's still kind of building his way through.
Then again, it's not on me. Like, if they ask me, I'll be ready to go. I'll never ask who, just when, and that's all I need to know. So Dennis is doing his own thing, and I wish him the best of luck. Hopefully we meet one day, but I'm not too sure when it's going to be. All I'm saying is if it ever comes about, I'll be ready.
Right, Liam, listen, I appreciate your time now. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of this day. Thanks for speaking to me. Good luck with the rest of the camp.
Thank you very much.